Hello, gorgeous beings, and welcome back to another galactic Mayan astrology report with me, Jyoti. So, if you've not been here before, every 13 days I do a forecast, an energetic astrological forecast based upon the upcoming energy within the galactic Mayan calendar. So, this cycle of time is very significant for us as human beings because it is the 260-day, aka human gestation cycle of time. And at the moment, humanity is living through a made-up calendar, a made-up frequency of time. And we cannot really fathom what that does on a dimensional level. Time and vibration determine dimension. And we are currently all focused upon a man-made construct of time. And that pulls us out of natural rhythms, but it also does some other pretty funky things. The beautiful thing with the Galactic Mayan framework is that it's all about evolution. We have these 20 archetypes that we journey with, and when we lean into them and their medicine, what is provided is essentially a map for the energy that we can evolve through at every given moment. It's fucking cool. And I'm very excited because on Thursday, the 28th of November, oh my gosh, this is the second time I've done this video. I uploaded it in a lot. Mercury retrograde, little gremlin. No bloody sound. I was just about ready. Like we're all there, just about ready to press publish. I thought I'll just give it a check. I don't normally check it. It's like, oh, fuck, there's no sound. So here we are, but there were more codes that dropped in. So yeah, and it's cool because I'm doing it now very much on the brink of the Yellow Seed Wavespell, which begins on the 28th of November. Yellow Seed is mega. Before I get into it, I want to say one, big ups to the Cosmic Clock crew. Amazing. We've got this wonderful container. There's almost 30 people in it. People that are journeying the Galactic Mayan calendar with me for 20 days. It's beautiful. And also, special announcement, come to Glastonbury with me. 2-day event in March. I think it's like the 18th of March. And we're going to be coming together. I very rarely do in-person stuff. And it's so wonderful for me because it was like 10 years ago that I was initiated into this modality was in Glastonbury. So it's like a full circle moment. The venue that I've got is slap bang in the centre of town. So vibrationally, it's on the ley line, slap bang on the ley line. And we're going to be coming together for, a really deep starseed galactic activation. We're going to be journeying into embodiment of the galactic Mayan calendar. We're going to be connecting with other starseed souls. And we're also going to be really connecting with the Galactic Federation. And there's many bubbles of magic that are going to be flowing through the weekend. And there's limited places. At the moment, for the next, I'd say, month, I'm allowing people to pay a minimal fee over 5 months. So if you want in and you've got tight finances, now is the time to get in. But also, I've got a feeling that this is going to be a busy one because I very rarely do in-person stuff. And I would say if you've never been to Glastonbury, that in itself is going to be a huge activation because the energy there is nowhere like it on the planet. And I've been to a lot of sacred portals on the planet, but it's the heart chakra of the world. So it is a very potent, powerful, it exists in a different dimension. Even going to Glastonbury is going to be a big deal for us all. But then to go there with the Galactic Mayan calendar as our intention and be in some of the magic that I facilitate, which, my guides they're pretty fun, but also well deep. It's going to be rad. So the link for that is below this video. Get on it. And it's totally in alignment with this wave spell, right? So this wave spell, this 13-day process is guided by the energy of the yellow seed. The reason that this wave spell is particularly potent is because it has 10 back-to-back portal days, galactic activation portal days. What that means is when it's a gap day, right? It's like the energy is super ramped up. It's really charged. The veil between the dimensions is thinner. Got hair in my mouth. Nice. And yeah, it's this really, it's almost like, because I always think in games. Like my brain is just wired to think in computer games. You know, like if you ever play Mario Kart, I don't know if you ever played Mario Kart. I love Mario Kart. Or Sonic, any of the like multiplayer racing things. You'd hit something, maybe it's a mushroom, maybe it's a, I don't know, a charged bit on the road itself, you know, the arrow bits, and all of a sudden you're like, vroom, and you either get really big or you go really fast. Or like on Pac-Man, when all the like ghosts are flashing because you've eaten the thing and you've gone bloop bloop bloop, and the ghosts are just like, and you can eat them up. That is what a portal day is. Within this wave spell and one of the wave spell, which was the red serpent, there are 10 back-to-back portal days. 10 going into the center of our process, 10 going out of the center of our process. So we're going out of the process now, out of the central column. So within, oh my God, I just had this fear of like, oh my God, what if this doesn't have any sound again? But I'm just going to have to fucking trust that it does. When we were going into the central column, the 10 back-to-back days there were with the red serpent, which was all about shedding to access power, releasing, shedding, letting go. The yellow seed is about planting, is about opening, is about creating. And for some reason, right, I just brought my journal down. I made this. I brought my journal down. I've run out of them. People have been like, oh, have you got any more? I brought it down just because I wanted to do some journaling after doing the video. But Spirit just went, read the poem. Yellow seed wave spell. Staring up at the moon as it peeps through the naked trees, that inhale, that sweet inhale of one freshly birthed from the sludge. When descent comes, nothing of the world outside, that stark moment exists. No flow, no reason, no sense, no air, just darkness and despair. No point to anything, all lust for life gone, the chorus of creation silenced. Forgotten is your inner song. After blazing arrows have been fired at the creator, when all feels lost and dead, slowly, ever so slowly, a shoot begins to spread. Without much awareness or conscious intent, this fresh little burst of energy is pulled from the shell of past reasoning and lethargy. The death of the shell is painful. It'll take everything you've got, but the life held on the other side is your abundant spot. As damp cheeks meet fresh soil for the first time, new life is created. Cup of tea in hand, staring up at the moon as it peeks through the naked trees. That inhale, that sweet inhale of one freshly birthed from the sludge. So that, my loves, is the energy of yellow seed. What does that mean? So the yellow seed is a yellow sign. So it's about the flowering, it's about the opening, it's about the blossoming. The yellow seed itself, a seed begins in its shell. We have to break through the limits of our previous identity to become the essence that we are. And sometimes that's a really challenging process. There are so many reasons why that shell is so important to us. It protects us. It's who we think we are. There's so many layers to identity, and what often happens in terms of like, oh, I want to level up my reality. You know, we get to a place where we're like, cool, okay, I don't really want to keep living in my pain body, or I don't really want to keep living in lack or slavery. But we don't often recognize that in order to change that script, our identity has to change. The way that we perceive things has to change. The way that we frame our experiences has to change. The yellow seed is about watering the seeds that are good within us. And I think sometimes, you know, we really focus on the shadow work. A lot of people that I know do. And it was, you know, it's been a really big part of my process too. It was like first wave, manifestation. Oh my God, I want to create the life of my dreams. I just want to like manifest everything. I'm going to do loads of affirmations, just affirmation. And then my pain body was going, there's loads of shit to deal with here. And then it was like, right, shadow work, fucking into the depths on the regular. Oh my God, this is awful. What the fuck is all this pain? Shit, I didn't feel that then. Now I'm feeling it. Historic pain, historic pain, historic pain. Oh, know that I need to mulch, know that I need to alchemize, tap like fuck, cry like fuck, scream like fuck, keep doing the work. But the yellow seed shows us that it's about both. It's about both. Not only do we have to break through the shell, not only do we have to transmute the pain body, we also have to anchor our creator consciousness, our creative intention, our life force intention to the vision, to the dream that we're wanting to live. Boddingtons. So often we can get lost in one or the other, trying to manifest. And, you know, when I'm talking about manifestation, we've got it super twisted. I think like the law of attraction teachings haven't really integrated into the synchronistic timeline. So the synchronistic timeline, which really comes to fruition once we start working with this modality of the galactic mind calendar, and it's going to be a big feature of the event that I do in Glastonbury. 2 days together, 2 days in the centre of Glastonbury. But the synchronistic timeline is essentially like the unified timeline for humanity. And unified doesn't mean that we're all doing the same thing. It's like everybody's heart path, your heart path and my heart path and their heart path and their heart path. It's all the same path. It's all the same web. And when we're all walking in the same direction on our heart path, we're on the synchronistic timeline. So when it comes to manifestation and the notion of the law of attraction, it's not just that you want a fucking car. It's what is my heart path? How can I utilize my creator consciousness for the good of everybody? How does my life fit into the vision that we are all calling in? This golden age, peaceful, land connected, all the pieces. You know, whenever you talk to someone on the path, what do you want? Same fucking vision, in it. We're all on the same page. Do the shadow work, the vision. But vision in the vision, we've got to bring it into the personal in the same way that our shadow work is crucial for the collective to shift. We all have our pot. You've got your pot of shit and you've got your pot of gold, and the shit becomes more gold. But if you're not putting your gold, if you're not investing your golden creator consciousness energy into visualizing the world that we're wanting to move into, and into recognizing, okay, if that is the vision that I'm holding, what is my role? How can I get into my role here and now? And equally, if you're not transforming your pot of shit, the collective can't go anywhere. We are the collective, but it's each one of us. It's like this individualized consciousness needing to, on purpose, unify together, join the choir so that we can sing the new song, so that we can bring this new earth energy into existence. And it's there, you know, it's bubbling and we can feel it. And this is the thing with synchronicity. It's like when we're in that like when we feel synchronicity, it's like, oh yeah, this is exactly where I'm meant to be. This is like I'm on time. I'm in the right place. So as I say, within this 13-day process, we've got these 10 back-to-back portal days. So not only is it this time of like seeding the new and breaking through the old identity, it's also a time of like supercharge, super duper charge. So anything that we call into being here during this time, anything that we feel is arising as an arrow of intention, is so supercharged. So for the 13 days of the yellow seed, the intention is, the invitation is to feel into what are we moving towards? And it's so key. I watched Mr. Robot. Have you seen Mr. Robot? It's really good. I watched it again recently. slash I'm in the process of watching it again at the minute. And yeah, it's so rad. It's pretty dark, but it's really cool. And in it, there was a moment where the main character, Elliot, as part of this like monologue that he was, he said something along the lines of the mind or the screen, it's impossible to differentiate between the two. And what he was getting at was like, whatever is being pumped into the world of screens, which, okay, was TV and now is the internet, whatever these like narratives that we're being fed are, become what's being played in our minds, become what's creating reality. So it's really important for us to recognize if we are not taking the time each day to visualize what it is that we're wanting to create, what it is that we're wanting to live, to hold, because the way that manifestation works is that it starts in the vision and it descends into this reality. And time is a thing within that. You know, it starts as it's there, it's alive, it's a part of quantum reality. If it's a thought, if it's a vision, it's there. But then we have to feed it as it descends into the reality, whilst also clearing our shit so that we can hold it. We have to change if we're going to meet that vision. But if we're not consciously visioning what it is that we're wanting to create, we're either lost in the pain body, which is happening so much at the moment because it's all coming up to the surface to be cleared and transformed. But it's so easy when the pain body's activated, then that's all we're seeing and playing out. So unless we have a practice of visualization, we're going to get caught in that, or our creator consciousness is going to be fucking harvested, utilized for the machine to create more of itself. We don't want that, do we? Don't have to get all scared about it. It's not scary. It's not a fucking threat. It's just what we're consenting to. Like, how do you practice your sovereignty? How do you hone your sovereignty? How do you choose to exercise this being of yours? And yeah, we can meditate, we can push it all out, or we can listen in, but we can also, and we bloody well must, be imagining and feeding the vision of what it is that we are wanting to live for ourselves, for one another, for the future, for the now. 5 minutes a day, it don't take very much. So working with the shell, what is the shell? What is the identity? What is the pain body? How can you begin to break through the stories of the pain body? And for me recently, it's been such a phenomenal time. Like coming into a relationship has been the most challenging, confronting, and transformational experience of my life. Honestly, you can't fucking hide. You can't hide. And you know, as things activate, it's so painful. But then noticing the script shifts, it activates, you go and do some work on it, you do some clearing, you release some of it, and then it might activate again, but then the script goes in a different direction. The story goes in a different direction. We have to be so responsible at this moment, you know? If we want things to change, it is down to each one of us not taking responsibility for every fucker, for everything that's playing out on the planet, not fighting everything that's playing, taking responsibility for our own system, our own pain body, and what that keeps recreating, our own creative intention, and what we choose to do with that. And when everybody's doing that, when everyone's just taken full fucking responsibility for themselves, boom, we've done it, mission accomplished. Might take us a while to get there, and that's all right. So I think I will leave it there, my darlings. Hope Mercury retrograde ain't fucking you up too much, but with every bit of trickery fuckery, you know, there is magic and medicine in that. It's like, slow the fuck down, wait for the right things to be in place. You're not meant to be doing that. Stay here, get away from the fucking tech for a bit, whatever it is. Enjoy this really powerful time. Come to Glastonbury with me. Come meet me in person. Come meet the rest of the crew. Oh my God, I'm so buzzing. I'm so buzzing. It's going to be beautiful. And like I say, at the moment, there's an opportunity to pay like minimal for 5 months so that by the time that we get there, you've paid it off. So get on it. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Happy Yellow Seed. I send you so much love. Ciao, ciao, ciao.